All right, we're diving into a fast-paced eviction court session, multiple cases, real people, and decisions that can instantly change lives. Pay attention, because some of these rulings happen in seconds.
All right. And where are we on this case?
Yes, ESA paperwork in, you got it approved, the ledger's been adjusted to reduce pet rent from the date he turned it in. The current balance including costs is $1873.61. I don't think there's a tribal issue, but that's up to you, sir. 1873.61.
Sir, your position.
And just like that default judgment, if you don't show up to court, you're basically forfeiting your side of the story. No defense, no delay. Just an automatic win for the other party.
Yeah, I don't see where they took the pet rent off.
Yeah, great. It's minus 17 months of pet rent. It's prorated from the date. It's $30 a month from the date you turn your paperwork in. $30 a month. You turn your paperwork in, so they take about 17. And you won't get charged going forward.
Okay, well, I have to, well, my Evelyn housing clerk, she said she needed a total for what I owe, so she can try to get.
1873.61 is what you know.
That's what
Okay, all right. So
she's, she's not here, I guess. She said that she needed a total so she could try to get some different organizations to
try to help you out. Okay, so let's do this. If I were to issue it, today's 22nd, right?
Yes.
So we're going to be on the 2nd. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to find no tribal issue after hearing in this case. I'm going to issue a judgment for that amount. Okay. At the same time, give your worker time and you to work it out. No writ until the 9th of May. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Notice how quickly this moves damage claims, lease violations. And boom, the judge is already leaning toward possession. In eviction court, evidence doesn't need to be dramatic. It just needs to be clear.
Right, that extends your time a little bit, about a week or so out.
What's been a judgment, Your Honor?
All right. And you were able to get, the Humane Society took care of you, right?
Very next day. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Jerome versus Cassidy. Counsel, want to state your appearances, please.
Your Honor, Agnes Cooper, appearing on behalf of Alec and Carolyn Jerome. Morning, Your Honor. Francie Nova, appearing on behalf of Barry Cassidy.
Alex on behalf of Cambridge and Holdings.
And Gail Rose on behalf of Paul Cassidy.
All right. Okay. And where are we? I'm almost afraid to ask, but.
Your Honor, we've attended mediation. We have continued discussions since that time, but as of right now, we're unable to resolve the matter on our own.
What's that mean?
I think it means we need a trial date, Your Honor. We need a scheduling order so that we have time to file an answer and a counterclaim because we haven't done that with the fourth claim, the fourth case.
Oh, I know what,
Okay.
but that's because you guys told me you'd be settled.
So
I didn't.
We need today, Judge. Then we're going to file a motion to remove to the circuit court after we get our answer and counterclaim.
Why don't we do this? I'm going to pass the matter, and then I'm going to meet with counsel and back, figure out exactly where this thing is and what we're doing on this. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Estate Solutions versus Daryl Daniels.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
For the record, Neil Chavez is appearing on behalf of the plaintiff. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Daniels. How are you?
Good.
Okay. Where are we?
Your Honor, we've agreed to the terms of a consent order for conditional dismissal. It indicates under further conditions, paragraph 3, that the defendant shall vacate the premises on or before May 23rd, 2020.
That no redemption amount line. That's brutal. It means the tenant doesn't even get a chance to pay and stay. Once that order hits, time is ticking.
5, plaintiff shall reimburse the defendant for the rent paid in the month of February in the amount of $500, return the security deposit in the amount of $650, and pay for moving expenses not to exceed $500 upon vacating premises. Paragraph 4B has been checked. I will explain the court rule 4.201J to Mr. Daniels, and that he has 3 business days to ask for the hearing date. If you believe you should not have entered into this, Mr. Daniels did sign the consent order.
Sir, is all of that correct?
Yes.
Regarding that conditional order dismissal, do you have any questions whatsoever regarding that? No? All right. You have no problem with me signing it? All right, great. Have signed it. Thank you guys for working it out.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good
Thank
day.
Take care. Town Center Place versus Jacqueline King. She can have a seat there. All right. This is your motion.
Your Honor, we request per COD that Ms. King be granted an additional 30 days to move. As per the terms of the COD, her condition was to show that she has been looking for new housing. I provided a letter from Ms. Little from Housing Europe for Seniors showing the properties that she's applied to. Since that letter, she's even applied to even more. She's been accepted at about 3 of them, but she hasn't had her interview yet. And then even after she has her interview, there's no guarantee that the apartment will be ready in a certain time. And I also filed a response.
So when are her interviews?
Would you mind if Ms. Little comes up?
Yeah. That's fine.
Take the name of the record.
Okay.
So Ms. King has been selected for 3 apartments. And one specifically, she's in the process of an interview. We don't have a date yet because we're still submitting paperwork. It's a really long process to get all of this done in such a short time frame, honestly, to get everything done. And so I would think the interview would be next week or so. She just needs to get down there and get it scheduled. I mean, the apartment that, we're have the biggest lead on isn't one we really want her to go to, because obviously in this short time frame, she's not going to get a great option to move into. So it'd be nice if we got her from the others, but we'll probably have to.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Response.
We're asking, for a written conditional order of dismissal to be enforced. Part of the conditional dismissal order was that she paid rent, she paid full rent, she paid time rent. And we've informed her, as you see in the answer, of she recertified, her rental increase went up to $270 a month. And
Now this case is different. Less drama, more negotiation. You've got ESA paperwork, adjusted rent, and financial confusion. This is where court becomes more about problem solving than punishment.
she's still been paying $247. So she owes currently $79. And she was supposed to pay on time, full amount of rent. Stated in the conditional dismissal, she has not. She's been informed that she had been paid by a letter paying less both times, and she has not submitted any extra money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your Honor, the ledger that plaintiff added, submitted with their answer is not the ledger that they. they seem to have removed all of the hat payments and Ms. King's credit. And produced this ledger that they claim is what she has paid. However, I've asked on more than one occasion for a complete ledger. This ledger starts in April of 2020. Ms. King has lived at Town Center for at least 8 years, and she's been in this new apartment for.
When was she recertified?
She was recertified.
I think it's in April or March.
It was January 16th, 2025.
January of this year.
Yes. The effective date was March 1st, 2025.
Of the rent. So it's March and April. That
And go ahead. Your Honor, as part of the terms of the consent order for conditional dismissal, we were to wipe her ledger as
I recall.
We did that. So before that date, shouldn't be in controversy here.
Well, that's what I was curious about.
Your Honor, the reason it's in controversy is because they wiped her account and included her February's payment, supposed to be February 7th, and they wiped her credit. Now, what my understanding of wiping her account was to remove the charges that she had since.
She was to zero out that's what was supposed to happen.
Okay. So she gets zeroed out the credit that she has and the payment that she made for February? Because if you look back to prior to them filing this case, she had been paying $200.
I'm not relitigating the case.
Okay, well, Your Honor, the COD says that she abide by the terms of the lease. This is subsidized housing. Paying rent late, which she didn't do because she paid on the 5th, and they didn't process it until the 6th. And not paying the full amount of rent is not a eviction cause for subsidized housing. They are required to offer payment arrangements. The goal is for subsidized housing.
She entered into a COD that she was going to pay her rent timely.
No, COD says she would not violate her lease. This is not a non-payment of rent case. Never has been.
Does she have the 79?
Yes, Your Honor, she has $79.
Then why are we arguing? Why doesn't she pay it?
Because she has credit on her account, Your Honor. It's not fair for them to keep the credit, and they reverse the half payment at a different.
All right.
time. And
This is ridiculous.
Exactly.
It is simply what your argument is ridiculous. Because what I'm going to do is she was to abide by the terms. She has to pay her rent on time, got her account zeroed out, gave time for her to find new housing, gave an opportunity to then come before the court and ask for additional time if she showed that she was doing that and complying with the COD. She's not in compliance with the COD. I'm going to deny the motion to extend the time.
How is she not in compliance with the COD? It doesn't specifically say that she has to pay her rent one time.
It
or the
does.
full amount. It does.
It does.
It has things for late payments. It has other things that if you go to paragraph 23 or whatever, it lists the things that you can terminate. Do you have?
I'm sorry. Your Honor.
Yes.
The second line from the last line says defendant will pay March and April rent at normal time. Your signature is right here.
And she pays on the 5th.
She did not pay her full rent